다행히 일정이 밀리지는 않았지만 정말 아슬아슬했다. 아슬아슬. 우와, 이거 뭔가 재밌을 것 같지 않아요? Our Korean learners usually say, Fortunately, the schedule was not delayed, but it was close. 여기 아슬아슬하면은 it was close도 되지만 약간 감정이 없어요. Instead, thankfully, we're not behind on anything, but it was a pretty close call. Close call is a great expression to use. 뭔가 와, 큰일 날 뻔, 이럴 때, 뭔가 무섭고 긴장될 때 that was a close call. Now, let's compare the two. Now, here we have fortunately and thankfully. They're both good phrases, but fortunately is used more commonly in written English and it's a little more formal. Also, thankfully처럼 따뜻한 느낌이 없어요. Thankfully feels warm and like happier compared to fortunately. Now, was not delayed. We talked about delayed in a previous day. Delayed means 뭔가 외부 이유 때문에 밀렸다는 거. But it's used in formal settings like flights, trains, schedules, things like this. This is talking about a project for work. So instead, 여기 밀리다, be behind on something, 훨씬 더 잘 쓰는 표현입니다. So we're not behind on anything, but it was a pretty close call. 와, 정말 큰일 날 뻔했어요. So one more time, shadowing. Thankfully, we're not behind on anything, but it was a pretty close call. 우리가 그 앵무새들을 좋아하는 만큼 그 앵무새들도 우리를 좋아해 주길 바랄 뿐이다. I hope the parrots like us as much as we like them. And our native speakers say, let's just hope the parrots like us as much as we're going to like them. 자, 여기는 I hope makes this sentence more self-centered, but since we're going together, we want to make this more of an inclusive phrase, saying, let's just hope is better. When you're with a group or with someone else, let's hope 조금 더 자연스럽게 잘 쓸 수 있습니다. So let's just hope the parrots like us as much as we're going to like them. 여기는 we used future, but here we didn't. Using this future is much better for this situation because you haven't met them yet. Let's just hope the parrots like us as much as we're going to like them. 교훈, 별로 안 매워 라고 말하는 사람을 절대 믿지 말 것. Our Korean learners. Lesson. Never believe a person who says it's not that spicy. 그리고 원어민들은 Lesson learned. Never trust someone who says it's not that spicy. 여기는 lesson 그대로 교훈 오면 대부분 그냥 lesson 나와요. 근데 우리는 이런 표현이 있어요. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. 뭔가 배웠을 때 재미있게 약간 라이트하게 얘기하고 싶으면 lesson learned. 근데 이거는 진지한 상황에서 절대 쓰면 안 됩니다. 예를 들면 you and your husband or your some friend got in a fight and you did something wrong. 그럼 절대 lesson learned 이렇게 쓰면 안 돼요. 왜냐면 너무 가볍게 들리니까 the other person could get angry about that. So instead 이럴 때는 I learned my lesson. Okay? I learned my lesson. 진지할 때 I learned my lesson. 근데 가벼울 때 lesson learned. 그리고 여기 believe, trust. 어떻게 다를까요? Believe is usually used for facts, opinions, information, something. Like, do you believe in ghosts? But trust is about a person, reliability, or being able to, rely on someone. Here, trust, because we're talking about a person, someone, 또 잘 어울립니다. So, lesson learned. Never trust someone who says, it's not that spicy. Now, I hear a lot of mistakes with favorite because it's a really common word that almost all English students know,